Welcome to issue number 5 of Headline Heroes, a comedy podcast where we take today's headlines and create a comic book origin story. My name is Drew Mick.
I'm Nathan Haynes.
And I'm Tanner Ackerman.
Guys, we did it. We're on episode 5. We're live. This is the first episode we're recording after we've launched, right?
Yes, that's correct.
Wait, we're doing this live? Like they're hearing us right now?
We're doing it live.
Well, I mean, they are hearing us right now, but not the now, the later now.
Okay.
I can't believe you've done this.
Rip Court.
But I just wanted to say that I think our work is already having an impact on the world around us, or I mean, perhaps retroactively. But I have an article here that I'd like to share with you guys, if I can be so bold.
Oh boy, yes.
German traffic light stays red for 28 years.
Oh.
And what is a traffic light but a sign?
I think we talked about this in that actual issue.
And yeah, in fact, I'm pretty sure you said that wasn't a sign.
Yeah, but this could be
Maybe
an evolution.
Or it's the world
Omen
telling you
Shaman.
that it is a sign.
I mean,
Or it's the Omen Shaman.
or it's the Omen Shaman,
Right.
who has secretly been in line since 1987. He's been on the scene long before we ever came up with him.
Dude, he transcends time.
Has sign spinning been around that long?
Probably.
The sign spinning. Well, I mean, Drew, he's the Omen Shaman. He learned about sign spinning. It's an ancient art. Like we've been over this.
Well, yeah,
Yes.
and we've established Bill Engvall cannot die, so he's been around teaching people it for decades. No, centuries.
Decades.
Decades.
What makes someone
Countless.
immortal? Oh, they lived like decades.
Fuck me.
Here is, I mean, just so you can see, here is the stoplight in question. I'm going to send you guys a link here. And you can see it does have a little sign thing affixed to it, kind of. So, like, it could be an evolution of his powers.
That's his calling card.
Oh, there's a sign right there.
Would you say, there's your sign?
Fuck. God.
Oh, shit, guys. Hold on. I just got a letter. Oh, yeah, Bill Engvall is suing our podcast.
Well, we had a good run.
I'm sorry.
We made it almost 5 episodes.
So, yeah, let's get going. If you've been listening for the past couple episodes, you sort of know the deal. But if you're a new listener, welcome. What we do here is basically we've been curating articles from around the internet throughout the week, and we're going to pick one at random, read the headline, and attempt to use that to create a superhero or supervillain origin story. And so the one to select that is going to be Tanner, so you take it away.
Okay, so in the last couple episodes, we had been spinning a wheel to decide if it was good or evil, but we decided that was kind of pointless because there was only 2 options. So for the moment, at least,
Basically flipping a coin.
yeah, we're just going to alternate. And so since we've done 2 heroes in a row, we're going to go ahead and just do evil this time, but we're still doing random for the articles, which we've got right here. The article this time is why NASA is sending a superbug to the space station. And this comes to us from CNN.
Perfect. I'm just going to pull that up real
Yeah.
quick.
So, guys, why is NASA sending a superbug to the space station?
That's an excellent question. So we're doing evil, so that actually could work really well with this.
Oh, that's true. So, okay, yeah. So NASA has sent a superbug to space. I'm wondering, is this going to be some sort of scenario where they sent it up with noble intentions, but then perhaps the bugs somehow get these, I don't know, viruses or bacteria or whatever, get affected by some sort of space radiation, a la the Fantastic Four?
Ooh, space radiation, yes.
That's a way to do it.
I was thinking something along the lines of someone created this on Earth and NASA's just like, we got to get it off.
Oh. So the NASA is the noble one here.
Yeah.
So they're launching it into space to get rid of it, but they miscalculated and it's going right to the space station.
Yeah, they're like trying to launch it into the sun because that's the only way to destroy
They
it.
just slightly miscalculated.
They're
little
like,
bit
oh,
off.
shoot. A little bit off.
Well,
There's
they
the
could have
sun.
a rogue agent who's like, no, F that. We're sending this to the space station.
So then, like, this could lead towards an evil organization again. What if it's the college?
Oh, right.
Well, they probably have labs on campus.
Yeah,
Oh, this could all be related back to that.
we could tie it in there.
Wait, where was the college again?
Oh, God.
It was in England, right?
It was in England,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. I wasn't wrong when I said east.
Yeah, very far east.
It's everywhere's east of somewhere. You know what I mean?
The deep, deep east.
Can I get a high five? Thank you.
I mean, still that works, though.
The campus created this thing, and maybe, like, the government raided one of their facilities because maybe they have more than one facility. and they came across this super bug, and they got to get it out of here. It's the only way to destroy it.
So is it like one of those things where it's like in the lab at NASA, and like does this thing like infect people, kind of like a zombie outbreak or something like that?
Yeah, we should really determine what exactly this superbug does, because we very much have a clean slate here. There's no, I mean, if you read the article, it's of course it's MRSA or something, but I mean, we have a clean slate as far as our universe goes. To determine what exactly this superbug does.
Yeah, I was just kind of picturing classic horror movie where like slowly it's infecting people in the lab, and then they're effing each other up, and then someone's like, "We gotta get rid of this."
That's got superpowers.
Okay, you had me at bug.
We got a clean slate. Let's go for it.
All right, good.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Elaborate.
They said superbug.
It's a bug, and it's got superpowers.
Okay, hold on. I kind of had a thought when you said that. So what if they sent up a bug to space? Perhaps it was just some sort of like science experiment. NASA again had some sort of good intention or whatever. But then we pull in the like space radiation that the Fantastic Four got hit by. Mm-hmm. Suddenly this bug, grows in size, gains some intelligence, and determines that, you know what? I heard that there's like billions and billions and trillions of bugs on planet Earth, and humans are the ones on top? Excuse me, no. This guy comes back from the space station. This bug man comes back and says it's the time of humans, over. The time of bugs, right now. And so that's his goal, potentially.
All right, no, that's good.
That is a very powerful villain.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
which we kind of need.
Right?
Yeah, definitely.
I had just a random thought of they sent this bug into space, and maybe somehow it comes across just like a lone astronaut up there that was abandoned by NASA or something. And he he has given up on life, and he's very angry, very bitter against the government agency that has betrayed him. And then he comes across this. And somehow there's some merging, I guess. I don't know.
I mean, it could still be that space radiation, and it just merges them into one. So it's an angry guy combined with a bug, and the bug is mad because there's billions of bugs on the
cocktail
planet.
Here.
Yeah, I don't think we should. No, I don't think we should stop going down this lane. But I'm trying to think. Isn't there like some sort of like science fiction story based on like where some guy does teleportation and he gets put in with a fly or something like that?
Literally.
I know there's a Simpsons episode about it.
Yeah, that's
starring
with Jeff Goldblum. Yeah.
Yep.
That's not what The Fly is about.
Wait, what?
Wait.
Is that not?
Isn't it?
Well, maybe. Hold on a second. Jesus.
Isn't that what happens in The Fly?
Maybe I'm thinking of something. I'm thinking of something else. I am thinking of. Oh, geez. It's that book where that guy turns into a grotesque creature, like overnight, randomly.
Are you talking about Animorphs?
No. Well,
well, we are
yes,
now.
I am talking about Animorphs. How did you know? No, it's called the transformation. It's called the metamorphosis. That's what I was thinking of. My bad.
I do not know what that is.
So... but yes, I am thinking of The Fly. More specifically, I was thinking of the Simpsons episode where they parody.
I love
Dr.
that
Frink,
episode.
Or
where Bart has the fly for a head.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. And eats all the sugar.
So it's kind of like if Gravity had not a happy ending.
Oh, dude, spoilers.
Wait, so Nate, were you saying that you want this to be a man with a fly head?
No, I was just trying to think. When Drew was talking about merging bug and man, I was like, that reminds me of something else, and I couldn't remember what exactly it was called.
I see. I gotcha. But do we want them to merge, or do we just want it to be a superbug that kind of gets like a humanoid body?
What if? I mean, I'd be fine with merging. Okay, so
I like merging.
Merging so like a bug is a bug, but maybe merging, even a super bug, maybe merging is what gives him like the anger that the man feels sort of gets transferred to this bug, and their goals sort of get conflated where, the man was angry, but now the bug man is angry, and he's just mad at the world, and he knows that he can use bugs to his advantage or something like that.
So yeah, my question was gonna be, so does he like have control over bugs? So like when he's in an area, he can like just have a swarm of locusts like come and attack someone or something like that.
Are you thinking Aquaman style?
He's like a plague.
Kinda, yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he's like the Aquaman of bugs, but evil.
And also bugs.
And he can do stuff on land.
But also bugs.
And bugs.
But he is like a living plague.
Yeah.
With a swarm of locusts. Oh, that would be such a cool villain.
Yeah. I mean, that dude be powerful as shit.
So I do know we've been kind of referring to this as a Jeff Goldblum, but Did we want to do a Sandra Bullock?
I like Cassandra Bullock.
Yeah, I
think
could get down on Sandra Bullock.
Because I love
She's
the
doing some good
idea of
work.
just, those shots of Sandra Bullock in Gravity, just like breathing heavily. And then,
Well, we had a good thing, and then you made it weird.
but have you seen Gravity? And that's pretty much what it is.
Okay, fair enough.
yeah,
I haven't seen it, but
you're
I have
right.
seen clips.
He's very accurate.
And she like survives and gets on, but instead of getting back on space, she was abandoned. She's just floating out there.
And then at the same time, this NASA, I guess it wouldn't be like a shuttle or probe or like satellite or whatever, containing this superbug happens to float by at the same time.
As at the same time that there's some radiation.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Maybe she gloms on. Like, I mean, this physically is probably improbable, but like it's a comic book universe, so we can do whatever we want. She grabs onto that shuttle, somehow gets inside. And so she's chilling in there with the bug in his little box. Then the radiation hits. They're both inside this little structure.
And maybe she was up there to begin with because she was kind of Fantastic Four studying whatever this radiation is.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then she got like too ambitious, call her Icarus, and somehow just got left out there.
That's actually pretty appropriate because she is flying very close to this.
Very close.
Closer than I ever have.
Yep.
Yes. And I ever will.
So, you've seen Gravity, right, Drew? So, like, there's like an
Yes.
accident that makes like the space station like fly apart or whatever. So it could be she got like flung out of it, and then like two of the people got away, but they didn't turn back for her, and that could be what makes her super angry.
And she's like trying to like radio them and like, guys, come get me. And they're like, for the good of the mission, we have to leave her.
Exactly. And so then she is super angry.
Okay. I think we have a pretty solid origin story in that then. So she makes her way back to Earth somehow.
I mean, she's a superbug now. She can fly.
She could spend a little bit of time up there just like staring down at the Earth. Plotting. Just somehow she's able to survive up there. Oh, what if she creates a cocoon?
I like
Yeah.
it.
And then
That
it's
makes
just
sense.
like asteroids down.
Yes. So while watching everyone on Earth making that cocoon slowly, and then once she's made it, like launching it out.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yes. I love this.
Guys, I think we accidentally made a good actual supervillain instead of a comedy thing.
Yeah.
A comedy
How
podcast.
quickly you dismissed the Omen Shaman. Like,
Yeah,
Hold on, I just gotta change the category of our podcast in iTunes here.
actually good.
So, where do we want to say she crashes down at? Like, where's her city?
This is a good point.
I mean, I just thought of like Cairo or Egypt
Oh, really? Because of the plague?
because of the plagues. I don't know.
That's true. And then don't they have a whole thing with like? Am I making up some sort of like they have the beetle like
Like a
symbolism?
scarab?
Oh, yeah, Scarab.
Yeah,
There you
scarab.
go.
That's what I'm thinking of. I mean,
Thanks,
the
Brendan
symbolism. There you go. Hey, Brendan Fraser, we miss you. You can come back.
Miss you. We
I mean,
don't need
I
Tom
know you've been
Cruise.
having some hard times.
Seriously.
Please come back.
Please come back.
Side note, real
Um,
quick. Brendan Fraser as the lead in literally any movie would make any movie better. Like Gravity, for example.
Oh my god.
That'd be so good.
Literally any movie.
That'd be so good. So just like take a movie. I'm looking over and I see Indiana Jones.
Well, that's two on the nose.
That's true. It's basically his mummy character.
Yeah. Let me look what
Well,
I have
I'm looking
around here.
over and I see the Mummy
Oh, that movie would be 10 times better.
and the Mummy Returns and the Scorpion King.
I was looking around and I'm seeing. Well, I guess I don't see it here. Drew, do you see Thunderpants over there? Is that?
How dare you? I do actually see it up there on open. One of these days, I'm gonna open that, watch it, and then when
Please.
we record, I'm gonna be like, "So, guys, let's talk about Thunderpants," which legitimately sounds like a hero we would create. Now, for those of you listening at home, Thunderpants is a movie starring Rupert
The
Grint
end.
The end.
and some other kid who farts a bunch, and they create pants for him that make him he's able to fly.
Now, Drew, you must be joking.
I am not joking. That is a real movie that someone sent me as a joke.
No jokes involved.
Someone-
That was me.
Someone sent me that. Who was that?
Ah,
Boy, what else have I gotten as a joke? Oh, Fred Claus.
not a joke.
Again, you keep saying joke. I believe gift is the right word.
All right.
We got
need to
way
bring
off
it back
subject.
in.
Yeah. Okay. So we have this. She's fallen to Earth. I like the idea of like modern day Egypt
Yeah.
or something like that. What happens next? What does she do? What's her plan? And well, hold on. Let's actually back up. What are her powers really? We kind of brushed on it, but what are we doing the Aquaman of bugs here, or what are we talking about?
Ant-Man on steroids, except she doesn't need a helmet.
I forgot about the literal Ant-Man.
Well, she doesn't need a helmet. She just got it. I imagine for some reason, the Power Rangers villain, played by, it's in the latest movie.
Rita Repulsa?
Rita Repulsa. That's what I imagine she looks like.
Oh,
I was trying to think.
I haven't seen the movie. I thought you were talking
Drew's
about
got
something
some
other
good
than
pulls on this Power Rangers movie, but yeah, I suppose Rita Repulsa was in the trailers.
that. So, do you think she should shrink like Ant-Man?
I don't think she should shrink. I think that's a little...
No. Too close.
No, that's
close,
what I didn't think so either.
I do think she has to control bugs.
Yeah, I think that idea is pretty tight.
Perhaps like mentally she can put out some sort of like, I don't know how actual bugs communicate, but I assume there's some sort of like transmission of waves via like, I don't know. They got to have some sort of like silent way to communicate, right?
Yeah, probably. I mean, how the hell does Aquaman control all those people? I mean, fish.
He talks to them.
Yeah, haven't you seen the cartoon?
I have.
So I mean,
I'm good going with that.
Basically.
Yeah.
And she can't generate. She can't generate any new bugs, right?
No.
It's only
Yep.
whatever's
Already
around.
there. So she's... Oh, that'd be so cool. I have a visual in my head of her appearing onto... or arriving on the scene as like just in the middle of a swarm of locusts, and then they all dissipate and she's just standing there.
Mm-hmm.
Not that she becomes the swarm, she's just in it, and the combined locusts help her move around.
Yes. Yeah, no, this is actually a good supervillain. Like, that'd be terrifying.
So we have her powers down. We have her origin of her powers down.
Pretty
Does she have a costume of any kind?
So like it's gotta be some sort of exoskeleton kind of, what's the word I'm looking for, like chitin or
chitin,
chitin,
I think.
Yeah,
I like that. I like because they did merge, right? We were talking about how this unspecified bug and our Sandra Bullock character have merged.
Mm-hmm. And this armor, her costume, is naturally a part of her.
I think so.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, I'm really imagining that Rita Repulsa now.
Yeah,
from the latest Power Rangers movie.
I have not seen it yet.
Well,
I haven't
when
either,
I'm imagining Rita Repulsa, I'm actually imagining original Rita Repulsa.
When I'm imagining Rita Repulsa, I'm actually imagining Sandra Bullock.
It's just Sandra Bullock.
It's just Sandra Bullock.
Her character in The Proposal, Rita Repulsa.
She and that Ryan Reynolds, so much chemistry.
It's so good. They're so witty together.
I wish they were married in real life. Oh well.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
I ship it.
I'd be blindsided.
Oh.
I'll cut that. Don't worry. I'll see myself out. Hold on.
Cut all of this.
I've never actually seen The Blind Side.
Yeah, I feel like it's probably good for us to not make any, even like, I don't know.
We've referenced about like 70 movies already. This at one point, literally looking over at my DVDs and saying a movie. Oh, let me do it again. Avatar.
Perfect.
You own Avatar?
Yeah, on Blu-ray, homie.
Anyway, we're getting off subject.
Don't you know Drew loves Avatar?
You do? I've seen it once, and that was all the more I ever needed to see it.
I thought it was pretty.
That's fair.
And it definitely deserves 3 more sequels.
My God.
4.
4?
What?
Oh, God.
Yes, sir.
Good
5 of them.
World's gone mad.
What is happening? Oh my God.
All right.
We have stayed on subject so well.
So we need to make a name for this character.
Yes.
Yeah, let's do a name now. We still got to discuss a little bit of like what's she up to. But
yeah, let's get the name though.
I think it'd
so
be nice to refer to her by an actual name.
Yeah. So, right off the bat, we had Plague.
Oh.
Yeah, I like the idea of including the word plague somehow.
Let me just Darth Plagueis.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever been used.
Plague, the Plagueis. ESS.
Plague Party. No.
Plague Party. That's a good one.
Bug
Woman.
We just could go very simple and just call her the Plague.
Or Gam Sam.
Every time.
Every single fucking time.
I'm beginning to regret that.
You should.
For real though, Plague is that's like fine.
Already exists in Marvel Comics.
Yeah,
Nice.
I think any simple names like that are gonna control her bugs. Does she have a bug of choice?
Probably Locust, if we're gonna go with
I
the
guess.
We could do
okay, are we gonna say on the record that Locust is what she merged with too, or
no? It was a superbug.
Well,
but what was the superbug? Or are we just saying it's some sort of new species of bug to TBD.
Well, I don't care. Locust is fine.
I don't know. I was just saying if like I guess if we knew locusts, I'm just trying to think if I had things that can help us like think of a name.
Well, we
like,
could do
stuff about her.
Thoraxis.
Kaida. No, don't. No.
Rita Kaida.
Rita Plague.
I've just looked up about 5 broad bug things. Locust already taken. Pestilence already taken. Scourge definitely taken.
This is always the hardest part.
Yeah. What's the Egyptian word for plague?
Oh, let me just look it up. Oh, it's just a bunch of hieroglyphics. I
Ugh.
don't know how to say that.
Damn it.
Let me just... Oh, yep, no, that's a no-go.
No, I want to stick with something with a bug name, though.
Mm-hmm. That is key. That is key to her identity.
What about infestation?
Infestra.
Infestra. That's not bad.
Just trying to like
Infestra,
twist words that we're
Infestra.
using.
Rita Infestra.
No, well, no.
All right, I think her civilian name needs to be Rita Bullock.
Rita.
But her supervillain name is...
We could do Infestra. I like it.
I like it. Okay, so Infestra.
Yeah, I'm down with
That
that.
works. It explains what she does. I mean, it's an infestation of bugs. It's
Pestilence.
So now we've got the name. We've got her powers. We've got where she's going to be. So what is she doing?
Well, she was betrayed by... Specifically, we said like 2 people on the space station.
Uh-huh.
So she's going for NASA then, right?
I think to start off, she's going for those 2 people.
Right.
I mean,
I
she was probably up orbiting in space like a long time, long enough that those 2 people returned to Earth and are regarded as heroes.
Okay, and let's say they're in Egypt as part of their world tour or something.
I mean, she's probably not restricted to Egypt.
I know, but then why
Yeah.
would she bother landing in Egypt?
Because,
Maybe
I
she
mean,
didn't
when
have
you're
choice.
up in space and it's time to come down,
Fair.
you really don't care.
Okay, that's fair.
I played enough Kerbal
You
Space
know, we've all
Program
been there.
to know
That seems hard.
it doesn't matter. Landed on the Mun.
Okay, so she's going for those 2 people then.
Yes.
And where are they? Do we want to decide that?
Well, if they were part of NASA, I have a pretty good idea.
Probably
of
the
where
US.
They're from.
Which is Ohio?
Nailed it. Yep, right
Yeah.
there, Ohio.
Ohio's produced more astronauts than any other state.
Is that real?
Oh, you think they went home?
Look it up right now.
I'm
I'll
not
wait.
going to do that.
I will wait.
No, I've heard that too.
Yeah.
But I mean, NASA's not in
Well, I know that.
Ohio.
I don't know. They could be from Ohio, and they've.
We could just say generally the
Yeah,
U.S.
it doesn't
I don't
make
know. We
sense.
need to
The
nail them
United
down to a
States.
specific state. What city are they in?
Columbus,
What's their address?
Cleveland.
Okay, so
Cleveland,
well, I
Columbus.
mean, it could make for better like visuals and storytelling if it's at an actual like NASA base though or headquarters.
That's true.
So say they're at NASA.
Yes.
Oh, dude! One thing, like a rocket could be like going off, but then gets swarmed by locusts and ends up crashing.
Oh,
That could be
yes,
her
I love
reveal.
that. That's her triumphant return to NASA.
Yeah.
And they have no idea what's going on with her.
Yes.
NASA really fucked this up. Like they left her out there, and then they launched a bug at her.
Yeah. It was hubris.
they did
Classic
everything
NASA
wrong in
hubris.
this scenario. Like it's to the point where she reemerges and NASA's like, "Yep, we did that. That's on us. We deserve this."
Yeah, we can't really be mad at you. So basically, she's going through NASA right now to get those 2 people. So does she get them?
I like to think she does.
Tight. So she gets them, but then from there, like, does she continues being evil just because like the human race?
I think maybe when she was floating up in orbit, she had a lot of time to stare into the void and to stare at Earth and just contemplate how imperfect the world is. When she came back, obviously her first priority is these 2 fuck me over. Let's take care of that.
Yeah.
That's like the human goal in her, and then the insect goal in her is a world ruled by bugs.
They are the most populous. Should they not be the ones to rule?
Exactly.
Yes.
That's her thought process. So how? I think maybe we should do this for villains. Is how do they defeat her the first time?
Spiders. She can't control them.
Oh fuck that! Oh,
shit.
God. Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm sorry, Tanner.
Oh, Tanner doesn't like spiders.
I was thinking like a giant bug zapper. It just
How do we
flies
defeat
in
her?
there.
And like NASA pulls out a giant fly swatter propelled by rockets.
Though I'll admit the spider idea is a good one, as disgusting as it is.
Can she though? Could she control spiders? I mean,
No, they're not bugs.
yeah, not technically.
They're arachnids. God, now I'm checking every fucking corner.
But how does that defeat her? What do we do? Spiders. Okay, that's a good idea, Johnson. Let's just sit on that. How do we use that?
Because yeah, you're gonna need a butt ton of bugs.
So
or
they
spiders.
send a spider into space, and it gets hit by space radiation.
Oh my God, NASA! What have you done? You idiot!
Did
Every
not think that
solution
was-
is just worse.
It's just
Classic
another
NASA
problem.
hubris.
I have an idea. Let's blow up the sun. No more solar radiation.
Well, to get rid of the
Well,
giant
ideally,
spider.
they'd have to get her in a place where there are no bugs, right?
Mhm.
Maybe, or spray her with some sort of
Repellent.
bug-killing repellent. Yeah.
I mean, see, there's ideas where it could be kind of funny.
Read a repellent.
Oh my God.
I hate you, Drew.
I know. I hate me too. If we wanted to do spiders, if they just get a shitload of spiders in there and like that's the bug's natural predator,
Yeah, well,
she like arrives on the scene and there's a ton of spider webs in there and
and she's probably naturally afraid of spiders. You know, the bug part of her.
oh, there we go. There
Yeah.
we go. Well, is a locust really afraid of a spider?
I don't know.
There are some pretty big spiders out there.
What about it? Like just a really
It's reminding
big. They trick her into an area where they've surrounded everything with that like sticky paper.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
I imagine her walking in and it's just like it's hanging from the ceilings and it's all over the walls and she's like, "Oh my God, no, I have to get out," but it's too late. They've shut the door. And all of her bugs in an attempt to escape have stuck themselves to everything.
Honestly, I think we've just come up with a bunch of different ways for a bunch of different like issues. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like they have to come up with a different way. Like every time she appears, every time she breaks out.
Mm-hmm.
Bear with me here. What if NASA just starts funding, throwing a bunch of resources at a giant steampunk mechanical spider? Now, I know what you're thinking. Drew, isn't that the plot of Wild Wild West? You're not wrong.
Oh, no, that's
There's
good.
another movie in there. Everyone.
That's
Brendan
an
Fraser
idea.
is Will Smith, is the cowboy.
That got me.
Yeah.
That was good.
I like to imagine at first she didn't have 100%, like she wasn't 100% sure how to control bugs. So she had to like learn over time. Like it was because it was kind of an ability gain. And so she had to like, so for the longest time, she's like chilling at like dumps where there's just like the most bugs, or like going to farms looking for manure, just like trying to find as many bugs as she possibly can to try and learn how to control them.
I like it. Cockroaches. Oh, yuck.
Yeah.
What if I have a visual of her wandering around Egypt and somehow stumbling into ruins and finding some ancient scarabs? And
Yeah.
those are the first of her army, the most powerful, the most ancient of
Mhm.
bugs.
I thought you were gonna say she stumbled into a restaurant and just said sugar water.
Oh, God, no. Brendan Fraser is Will Smith, is Man in Black. Brendan Fraser is really good at playing
Got another one
Will
in there.
Smith.
Okay.
Nate, you want to recap?
Yeah. Get us out of this Brendan
Yeah,
Fraser
sorry.
hole.
Hold on. What do you think the most recent announcement is for Brendan Fraser on his website?
Hey, guys. Just recorded my last episode for Scrubs.
Well, no. What? Okay, so in 2005,
Oh, God,
Hmm.
no.
What?
Brendan Fraser put up an announcement that he was doing some of his photography was being exhibited in California, and that was it.
Brendan, where have you been?
Oh man, this guy's kooky. He has a bookmarks page. One of the pages he bookmarked that you can click on is Google.
That or just an old person using the internet.
Every time.
Just so I don't lose it. All right, let's do it. Let's do a recap.
Yes.
I think we got a lot here to work with. So, it's this whole story starts with Sandra Bullock. Well, it's not Sandra Bullock. It's Rita Bullock is an astronaut sent up with two other unnamed astronauts into space. They're doing some sort of science experiments, but in some freak accident related to space radiation. I believe we discussed the space station is heavily damaged. Sandra Bullock is thrown from it. Damn it, Rita Bullock is thrown from it.
It's
And
understandable.
the other two astronauts escape, leaving her behind. Around the same time, Rita Bullock is now drifting in space until she dies, supposedly. NASA has also sent up into space a pod filled with a superbug that is an unnamed species of superbug that that pod happens to float by Rita Bullock in space. She manages to get in, defying all physical laws, and space radiation strikes yet again. And in a freak accident, Rita Bullock, and the space bug now have merged into one being, becoming Infestra. Infestra manages to make her way back to the space station in her new form, which is sort of has an exoskeleton, some chitin as a sort of armor around her now. She makes her way back to the space station, watches Earth from afar, plotting her revenge on those who left her behind, but also ruminating on the fact that bugs are the most populous species on the planet, yet they don't control it. She builds a cocoon that eventually she is able to jettison out of the space station with herself in it, and she falls to Earth in Egypt.
Yes.
At this point, she learns to control her powers, which are to control bugs of every shape and kind, and she uses these newfound abilities to make her way to Florida, to NASA, where she seeks revenge on her astronauts that left her behind and NASA. And from there, she seeks to make bugs the dominant species on planet Earth. Is that about right?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you hit everything.
Hell yeah. Got it in one.
Do we want to see, does she fit in with any of our current Pantheon right now?
I was just going to mention that we mentioned it earlier about how the college that created the, Double Shot maybe was responsible for this bug.
Yeah, and I think that's canon. I like that.
All right, so
But they're the ones who created the bug?
Yes.
I like that.
And then the government moved in and raided them, and, this was too dangerous. We got to get rid of it. Or did did the college send it up there? So then it's not all NASA being Mr. Magoo bumbling an idiot?
Maybe, because maybe they knew about the space radiation being where it was, and that's why it was going where it was.
Ooh.
I don't know.
No, I like the idea that NASA, that's on us.
Yeah, NASA messed up.
NASA messed up.
Oops.
Oopsie. We're sorry.
Whoops.
That's exactly what I want to hear. 3, 2, 1, blast off. Oh
shit.
Oh no. Oh.
Whoops, guys, I messed up.
Oh.
It probably won't come back to bite us.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it.
Comic book cover. Do we want to describe?
Yeah, let's discuss a comic book cover. What does that look like to you guys?
Good question.
This is issue number 1, right?
Yeah. So it could be like a spoof off of the Gravity cover, if we want to do that. Or I was thinking something with pyramids and stuff.
I had a visual in my head of the very center is her kind of levitating with just swarms of bugs around her with her arms out like this. Well, like this. I'm actually moving my arms out.
This is a visual medium.
Mm-hmm. And people running away from her, but maybe that's not funny.
Well, it doesn't always have to be funny.
This is a comedy podcast. Oh, man, we done goofed and we actually made a really cool hero villain.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of feel like at this point it should just be a more straightforward comic book cover because the villain herself is a more like serious villain.
Mm-hmm.
That works.
We could do a really cool one of her staring down on Earth as she's creating a cocoon.
Yeah, that's
very
an option.
simple.
We could also combine what you and Tanner both said. So like have her floating at the top of a pyramid.
Oh.
Like maybe with like scarabs and all sorts of locusts and all surrounding her.
I like that.
And you can kind of see the other pyramids in the distance, so you can kind of get an idea where you are.
Yeah.
And then down in the corner, who's that? Oh, Brendan Fraser.
Just waving.
I think one of the astronauts that betrayed her has to be not Brendan Fraser.
A Brendan Fraser lookalike?
Yeah, I mean it's not Brendan Fraser, but it's Brendan Fraser.
It's Brandon Fraser.
And Jeff Goldblum.
Yeah, there we go.
Great movie.
Oh, that cast! Oh my god.
Yes, please.
Guys, I think we did it.
Nailed it.
I think we got a good villain going on here.
Yeah.
Probably the most serious of all of our.
This is probably the coolest one.
So should we wrap it up?
Yeah, I think so. So this has been issue number 5 of Headline Heroes, featuring our new supervillain and probably our coolest creation, Infestra. We did want to take this time to thank Brett Jacobson, who generously created the art for our show. So thank you, Brett. We also want to thank Carl Sorensen, who created the music for this podcast. Carl does have a website, which is carljsorensen.com. So go ahead and give that a look. If you did have any articles you'd like to see us discuss, our email is headlineheroescast@gmail.com. Otherwise, feel free to follow us on Twitter at headline_heroes for the latest updates. We do have a Facebook page now that's active. We also did want to ask that now that we're actually putting our episodes out there, if you wanted to go on to whatever your podcasting app is, give us a rating, give us a review, some feedback. We would really appreciate that. Thank you again for joining us, and we hope you'll pick up the next issue of Headline Heroes.